How's it going, everybody? This is Ray with budgetshooting.com. Today I'm out here with my 300 Blackout AR-15 build. Gonna give it a little try. I actually have run this thing a few times before already and gave it a little broke in, but haven't done a video on it yet. There is a post on my blog. I'll put the link down below of the build on this thing. I guess I can go over it just a little bit here. Arrow M4E1 upper and lower, the new Magpul brace on the back, Strike Industries lower parts kit that I had laying around. I bought a couple of extras a couple of years ago when they were on sale. Duramag magazines, Vortex Crossfire, Midwest Industries handguard, the suppressor sized one so that I could tuck a suppressor. That was the goal of this build, was to be able to run the 6-inch barrel from right to bear that I've got in this thing and be able to tuck a suppressor under the handguard for that integral SD type look. It's got a Arisaka Streamlight body, two CR123s, it's a 600 series body, Malkoff head, Surefire tail cap with a mod button light, Strike Industries finger groove rest hand stop thing, whatever you want to call it. I really like that. It's low profile, especially for this chunky handguard. Really just lets you get a solid hook on that thing. But yeah, I've really liked this build overall. It's what got me into 300 Blackout. I've actually put up more videos of the Blackout bolt action so far than this one, which I haven't put any up, but this thing should get a little bit of credit because it got me into Blackout. It got me into it because I wanted to suppress it and have a quiet shooting platform. But yeah, I figured I would do a video with it today. It is fairly lightweight. I think this thing is just under 7 pounds loaded with the sling and everything, which is really not bad. Even I was out here today shooting a couple of other videos with the Blackout and my 300 Win Mag, and this thing feels like a freaking feather compared to those. But I'm really happy with this thing. Figured I should get it out, get it on the channel, do a video on it. Yeah, we'll do that today. Currently have some rounds loaded up. I have factory Ammo Inc. Stealth 220 grain subsonic ammo. I got 2 of those, and then followed by 2 of the 150 grain loads that I mentioned previously for my 300 Blackout bolt action. They're supposed to cycle in AR. We'll see how they do. I did drop the charge a little bit from what was recommended, so we'll see how it does. But yeah, let's get to shooting. I'll show you guys how this thing does. It's an 8-inch can, 6-inch barrel, same ammo that I had already mentioned. I like shooting this thing, but we'll see how it does today. See how she does. So, didn't cycle that one all the way back. It's definitely a light load though. So we'll see how it does with this one. Probably gonna need a little bit more power for an AR. This is only 10 grains of 4198 under a 150. I think 10.5 was the recommended. I loaded these for the bolt gun, but since I had this thing out today, I figured I'd see how they sound. They're definitely quieter than the factory loaded 220 stuff, but obviously if they don't cycle, that's a problem. I'm gonna have to play with the charge a little bit and see how they do. I mean, they're super quiet, but yeah, it cycled that one. I'll just have to play with charge. It didn't lock back, but it did cycle. It kicked the case out. Super quiet though. I'm definitely gonna have to play with that load and see how it does a little bit more. But as you might have been able to tell in the video, this thing with subsonic ammo is really, really quiet. I still got to tweak the gas system some more. It doesn't lock back with the factory ammo either. I had to enlarge the porthole, the gas porthole. It's got a lightweight bolt carrier in it. It's got a carbine buffer with a spring cover, reduced power spring. I think I'm either going to have to play with one of the even more reduced power springs from Tub or Nemo, I think makes the other one. But I'm gonna have to play with those and see if I can get it to cycle. I do have a lightweight buffer system from TACCOM too, but it's just 2 plastic plugs that go on either side of the spring, and I feel like it can cause reliability issues, or it just has a twang sound that is normally associated with these, even with a tuned buffer like I've got now. But the gas port is wide open, so I still got to play with it. But I'm really happy with how quiet this thing is. That's one thing that got me into it. Was I had a buddy who built one, and we built a can for him and started doing some hand loads and stuff like that. So that's why I decided to build one, and this thing is just super fun, super quiet. It's quiet enough at the muzzle that you can pinpoint that all of the noise is coming out of the port, and you hear all that action noise and port noise. So it's interesting. That does obviously increase sound compared to something like the bolt action, which is why that thing is so much quieter. But for a semi-auto, I'm really happy with this thing. I'm gonna go get some more rounds loaded up, and I don't know, we'll do like 10 rounds or something like that in succession, and you guys can hear how it sounds with that. All right, I got 10 rounds loaded up. Let's just fire through them, and you guys will be able to hear how it sounds. Hopefully it operates fine through the whole thing. It usually cycles fine, just doesn't lock back, so we'll see how it does. A little gassy. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but definitely got some gas coming out. Brass ejection is pretty good on it, considering it doesn't lock back. I mean, the brass is way behind the camera over there. I'm gonna have to go grab it in a little bit, make sure everything looks good. But yeah, obviously I've still got some tuning and stuff to do to get it to lock back, but operationally it seems to run everything else just fine. I really like this thing. Like I said, this is just gonna be a quick hitter video. Wanted to go over a little bit, but the in-depth build you can find on my blog. Like I said, I'll link it down below. You can check it out there. As soon as I have a solution to getting this thing all tuned up and locked back with this ammo that I'm trying, I'll do another video with it. But until then, obviously I'm super pleased with how quiet this thing is, even with factory ammo. As soon as I get some loads tweaked for it and tuned up to be able to lock back, I'll bring it back out again, and we'll see if there's a difference. But I'm super happy with it. Excited to expand into that reloading and see what kind of quiet loads I can make for it. But we'll see how it does. Again, thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions or anything like that, leave them in the comment section below for me. I'll try and respond to all of them. I really appreciate everyone that watches and subscribes and likes. If that's your thing, you don't have to, but if you like the content, definitely subscribe. I'm going to try and pump out some more this year now that 2022 is upon us, and it's one of my goals is to try and get some more content out. I did a little bit better in 2021 compared to previous years, but I really want to pump that up a little bit more. But again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.